Hey, friends, and welcome to week 10. We are 3 weeks away from the end of this journey, and I'm super excited because, for one, wow, 10 weeks, like being committed to this. So, again, if I could be committed to this, you can too. Not to mention, I learned so much about myself, this journey as a whole. I used to think like I always wanted to do like challenges and things of that nature, but I always felt like doing a challenge, like something life be life, and it seemed like something will always happen to try to throw me off guard, and then I would not complete the challenge. And that was so false. Basically, whatever was going to happen, what was going to happen. It was just that now I'm like put on Front Street, right? Like it's like the spotlight's on me because now people are looking forward for me to complete and finish the challenge. So that's really what it was really more so all about, and just didn't want to look like a failure to the people. But nonetheless, I am so proud of myself for continuing on in this journey, completing this journey, even though we have 3 weeks left to go. But I am still calling it, but they say, speak those things that be not as though they were. So I am still saying that I am finished, even though I have 3 weeks to go, because I do plan to finish this journey. And so again, I want you to know that get your rest when you need your rest. I'd rested over the weekend. Well, when I got back Saturday evening, I rested last night, all day yesterday actually, and then today I kind of taken it easy. Did not go outside today, did not go outside yesterday. Since I have to go out tomorrow, I said I will wait till then. So make sure you give your body the rest that it needs so that it can perform the way it needs to perform. We have to take care of our bodies, and I learned so much about my body even throughout this journey, things I did not know about before but that I know about now. And so you will learn that too on your journey as well, more things about yourself that you did not think were possible. You found out that it is possible. So welcome to week 10. Welcome to continuing on in this journey. And once you see this video, I believe it will be the first or second day into the 30 to life challenge, the walking challenge. So I wish you all the best in the challenge, and I will see you at the finish line on June 30th. Hey, friends, and welcome to day 65. I am right back at my happy place where I love to go walking at. I typically like to go walking in the morning because it's less people, it's not super hot, and yeah, it's just more peaceful. That way, the less people, the less noise, and child, I love my quiet time, okay? So to be able to have quiet time and to be able to walk and listen to the waves of the water, it's priceless. But anyway, what I want to share today is, because I had a couple of days off, I was really able to reflect, and I would encourage you to reflect upon your life, reflect on whatever it is that you would like to reflect on positively wise. I'm not saying that just negate what you've been through. I just don't want, let's not harp on those things. And the reason being is because it can bring us down. And so I was able to reflect just like over my life. So when I think about those type things, I have the highs and the lows that's mixed up in there, but I strictly like to focus on the higher points. And because of the fact that, first of all, I love a girl with a happy ending, and I truly believe, even for my life, that I will have I'm going to have a happy ending. I have a happy ending, and it will be a happy ending. Always be. Now, does that mean that we won't go through things? Of course we will go through things, because that's a part of life and that's lessons. However, being able to reflect back on my life, I realized that there's a lot of things that I have done in life that I just never gave myself credit for. The reason why it's so hard for me sometimes to accept accolades and stuff of that nature is because when I used to get them, they were like backhanded compliments, or it was some type of shadiness mixed in the mix of it, and I would catch it later on because I just thought, people were genuine, everybody was genuine. So I went through a point in my life where I was real tough. When I'm saying tough, I'm not walking around like bullying people. I just didn't play around with people. And I still don't. I have more grace now, but I still don't play around because My thing is, I love a good game, and I have a lot of games at home, but I do not like to play around with people's feelings, people's emotions, and stuff like that. So when people do things like that and they do it effortlessly and they do not care, it really gets up under my skin, and I'm like, oh, is that what you want to do? All right. And so learning how to just give it over to God, like, yeah, sometimes it's like, let me just do a little bit and then I'm a tag team guide you in. But I say all that to say, with me doing this journey and documenting it, I say this often and I will continue to say it, because I don't think sometimes people really realize it's a lot to make content. And if you're out here making content like I am, that you are considered a content creator, regardless of what they say, how good or how bad you are, you're still actually putting yourself out there, allowing people to tap into your life somewhat, and you just sharing your thoughts. And it is kind of weird even talking into a camera. You know, sometimes I get tongue tied. I know what I want to say, then I hit the camera, hit the button, and then it's like blah 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 blah. And you know, I just keep going, because at the end of the day, look, I'm not gonna make a million videos. I'm just, and you know, trying to redo them over and over again. Like, somebody pulled up to the side of me, and normally I would stop my video because I am shy. And so I said, I'm not even doing that. Like, it's 2025. Everybody knows people be out here doing content and stuff. So yeah, just think what you want, because I'm going to continue on in this video. Okay. So I know I wanted to do this quick interject. I know this is not like, I said interjection. Is that even in a child interception? Okay. Just to give that little tidbit, because look, everybody's journey looks different. However, we all have a journey. We all have lessons to learn in the journey. We all have something to share. Some of us may be more on the comedy side, some more on the inspiration side, some more on the transformation side. Wherever we fall at, we all have something to share. And whatever it is that's going to get you to that point to be able to be your most authentic self, I would say go after it. I didn't even think that documenting this journey would be that for me, because you know, I am a fashion girly, a style curator. I love that. I absolutely love that. And I'm very passionate about it. However, when it came to making videos and stuff about it, it's like, it's so like, I'm okay, because it's something that I feel like it is naturally to me. I just had to find my space in there, because when you're dealing with fashion and you're dealing with design, there is so much that goes behind that. And then people think because you're in that field that you automatically do this or automatically do that. And I'm like, no, it's not a one size fit all. We all kind of do our own thing. And I had to learn that it's okay to do it my way. You know, I tried to do different things in other ways, and it just didn't suit me. And then I was like, I'm not doing that. You know, and people would say, no, you got to keep pushing. You got to continue to do this. And I'm like, nah, it doesn't feel like me. So I stopped doing it. And what I want to say to you, do what feels good to you. Yes, do stuff that also challenge you, because that's what helps build you. It makes you a stronger person, and makes you stronger and gives you more skill set. However, you know, I would not recommend to anybody out here doing something you just typically do not love to do, because after a while you will regret it. And then you spent so much time into it, and yeah, just don't do that. So that's my, this was long, but I guess I'm making up for last week. So, you know, maybe somebody else needed to hear that, yeah, do what you love to do. And you know what I mean? Put your own little spin on it. And I truly feel like your people will find you, like my people will find me. And I am a firm believer in that. That's why I continue to go on. If I went off of views, child, I would quit. I would have been quit. But I'm also, like, I don't just make the videos. Like, my thing is, I make these videos, but I also study. And I watch other things so I can better improve myself, but I still want to be true to who I am, though, in the midst of that. And that's the one thing I think people miss a lot, trying to be somebody that they're not. So be who you are. And that's going to be your superpower anyway. And I know that's like a punchline, and I'm not a fan of punchlines. And But I am a firm believer in that. That's why I am saying that. Like, nobody can be you better than you. Like, nobody can be me better than me. Even though people be out here, you know what? We're not going to do that on this one. We're not going to do that. But nonetheless, be you. That's all I got for you today. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey friends, and welcome to day 66. So today is a rainy day. I don't know what is going on. We're getting ready to get into June and it's super cold today, so I will be home. But I wanted to share some items with you that I personally love, and I think they are great substitutes for our dietary needs. And not just because of that, it's also to metabolize our system. So, you know, I've been talking about metabolism balance. And yes, I have a supplement that you can definitely purchase to help aid in your digestive system, but also that when we eat certain foods, like we should also just kind of keep in mind every now and then, like, doing some substitutes so that way we can balance everything out. So I was trying to actually show you in hand of the items that I have. However, as you can see that it constantly keeps blurring out. So what I'm going to do is just kind of like call them off, and I will actually put pictures up here on the screen. I'm just have to do a little extra work, but you are so worth it. So so now, I've talked about my bread before, Old Time, that brand. And so I didn't even know. I was in the market today looking for something completely different, and I came across this bread. I'm actually going to be making some French toast. So if you are a person that loves French toast, then you definitely want to look out for a video that I'm going to be doing shortly to show you how to make French toast more on a healthier side and getting your fiber in and also getting your protein in, because we need that protein and we need that fiber to metabolize our systems. Okay, we definitely need that. And it's also great for fat burning, which is another video I want to get into, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, another thing that I also want to talk about is by the brand G Hughes's, and he has a lot of sugar-free products. Now, the ones that I like to use are his shrimp dipping sauce, his ketchup, and his honey mustard. And again, I will put the pictures up here so you will be able to see them, because yeah, this system I have not figured out. I'm not a master in video and editing, so I was like, you know what I'm not going to do is keep doing these videos a billion times. So we're just going to keep it moving. Now, as I went along in my journey, I've realized there are certain foods, like I eat bread every single day, and I was eating my regular bread. I was telling y'all about that. But if I can eat my bread and also save on calories, getting my fiber in and my protein, well, I was like, let me check that out. Now, please, 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 please keep in mind, when we're so used to eating certain foods, and again, a lot of them are unhealthy, our taste buds are used to the unhealthy foods. So when we're transitioning over, and that's why I said, like, play around with it, because you have to allow yourself that wiggle room. And again, it's a mentality thing, like allowing yourself to experience these new foods. Sometimes some of them may have an aftertaste at first, and sometimes they may not. I know for me, like, definitely for the ketchup, it tastes like regular ketchup. Like, it literally tastes like regular ketchup that we always eat. Our favorite, I know my favorite is Heinz. But yeah, it tastes really good. I was like, how come I didn't know about this sooner? So knowing these things, like, keep in mind that it's about our health. And do you want to live longer? Like, what is your end goal? And so you have to be, it's more to it than it's just a mental thing. It's really like you have to, like, trick your mind, tell your mind, like, I like healthy food. Like, healthy food is good for me. Healthy food tastes good. Healthy food is better than the junk food. And after and over time, you will transition yourself out of the junk food, and you'll realize that the junk food don't even really work for me. Like, you're going to be craving more of the healthier foods than you do the junk foods. And yes, it is over time, but however, the timing depends on you though. So I'm not going to say it's going to take you years to transition. And when I'm saying transition, I'm not saying that you can totally get rid of them. I'm just simply saying you have alternatives to be able to balance it out. So that's really what I want to leave for you for today, and I will see you tomorrow. But make sure if you have any comments, questions, or concerns to please drop them in the comments, and I'll make sure that I will answer them in the next video. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Hey friend, and welcome to day 67. Today I woke up, I was like, okay, but as I was driving, I knew I needed to turn on, like I watch a guy on YouTube. It's kind of like my sermon for today, and I was watching him, and he kind of was really speaking to my spirit, because you ever feel like, you get to a point in your life where you're just like, you're just tired. And yesterday I shared in my stories about how like my daughter had her last recital for school. She's a junior and she'll be a senior next year. And you just like, when the school year is like coming to an end, you just want it to be over. Not to mention that, as you already know, she's heavily in track, so I'm constantly on the move. And for the most part, I'd be okay with it. But I have those times where I'm just like, I really feel like F them kids. And if you know, of course we love our kids and we want the best for them. But especially when you are a person that does everything yourself. So there's no tag teaming of another parent in this. Is just strictly me. And sometimes I'm tired. Like I just don't want to do anything. I don't care about a track meet. I don't care what you have going. I just don't care. Like I just want to be by myself. And I go through these moments of like seclusion where I don't want to be bothered with anybody. I don't want to deal with anybody. I am that type of person when I'm having a bad day that I just stay to myself, because I don't want to be snapping on random people. It's not their problem. And I know I am not the only one that goes through this. I know other people do, but it doesn't make me feel better that other people have to experience this like I do. So I don't get any pleasure, any joy in that. I remember when I was going through stuff and people be like, oh, so-and-so is dealing with the same thing. As if like, I wanted to be like, what? Like, I wanted to really, slap the shit out of it. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't want to hear that. You know what I mean? Like, what? So anyway, today is just one of those days, and I'm really trying to shake it. But I don't know. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like, for the most part, I'm positive, but life is about balance. So if you're positive every single day, you don't have, your life is not balanced. And I'm not saying that the whole day have to be negative, but I'm just simply saying, like, every day is just not, you do make a choice to say like today is good or it's not good, but you know what I mean? Like, we have moments, we do go through these periods of time where it's just like, yeah, I don't give a damn. And today is just really one of those days. I want to be able to go do what I want to do without the thinking about having to prepare or plan for it. I just want to, whatever it is, I just want to be able to go do it. And my life is just not set up like that right now. It's just not. And and it sucks. Like, it does. Like, it just sucks. So I guess what I want to leave for you for today, like, let that shit out. Like, if you even have to vlog it, and you don't even necessarily have to post it, just to be able to get it out and then delete it. Because the thing is, it's about getting it out. You know what I mean? And sometimes your friends may not have the capacity to receive, you know what I mean? To be that venting space for you, that safe space. So you just have to, make a video and put it. Now, I'm going to post this because, like I said, this is real life. This journey was about authenticity. It was a not being on here like, hey, oh my God, like, da, 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 da. Like, that is not me every day. I feel like for the most part, I am a positive person, but I had to learn how to be that because of all the things that I went through. And like, I just was like, yeah, no, get somebody else to do it. And I was really mad and I was angry. And I'm like, people talk about this favor on your life. Favor is not always flavorable all the time. Like, having favor on your life is a guaranteed hate committee that's going to be coming with that favor. You know what I mean? And you really got to prepare yourself for that. You really got to build your like strong muscle for that. And I understand these are what all these this is what the sermon was basically talking about. And it's not really a sermon. I love how people can combine what God has given them and be able to use it in multiple places. So even though I call it was like preaching, and even though to me it was like he was preaching, but he was also, he's a businessman, and I love that combination. But anyway, it's just good to know that somebody can really speak to you, like really speak to your soul, and it just it allows you to be able to go on throughout the day without you totally giving up. Like, I don't know what today, like it's not like I'm throwing in the towel, but I will distance myself for today because I'm just not feeling it. Yesterday, I wanted to go out so bad, but I was like, it was one of those times, like if I go out, it could get real ugly. Or it could be just what I needed, but I don't really think I needed that though. And so I'm glad that I stayed in. And then today it's like it's trickling over, but it's about perspective, because nothing in my life has changed drastically. It's just me thinking about these different things that I've been through, and it's like I feel like this my time. Like, even though God has like no sense of time, is when God's ready, He's going to do what He's going to do. But we have our times, and when you feel like, oh, I should be here by now, or this should be going on, and that should be going on. That is like a recipe to go down a rabbit hole. So I know that about, you know what I mean? I know that about myself, but sometimes I'm like I said, I'm human. And so, yeah, like I might still go down that path a little bit, you know what I mean? But anyway, I say all that to say, like, if you have those moments, get it out. Just get it out of your system. You might need to just do it that one dump. Maybe you have to do it several times. Who knows? But just don't hold it in. I held mine in for years. It did not do me good. It caused a lot of stress. I lost a lot of hair that I did not get back. And it ages you. So we definitely don't want that. So get it out the best way you can. And yeah, that's all I got today. See you tomorrow. Hey BAMs, and welcome to day 68. Now, I usually say hey friend, which is still appropriate, but I wanted to use BAM because what it stands for, which is bold as mom. And I feel like it's just important right now to insert that language, because it also inserts and invokes a particular type of energy. And so today is roughly about 6 p.m. and I'm really just getting up. I mean, I've been up, but I just been, again, just been in a mood. But the reason why I'm getting up now and I'm actually getting ready to get on my treadmill to do my walking is because, yes, walking does a body good, but it also does good for your mental health as well. And I know me staying in the bed only is going to take me down a deeper hole, of which I know I'm like, girl, it's time for you to come up on out of there. Now, I know a lot of times this takes time and it takes practice of doing this, because there were days where, yeah, the sun will come up, the sun will go down, and I would still be in the bed. And it's just the woes, just like the heaviness of life. And when you are a mom, and depending on how many children you have, only God knows the level of stress that you deal with. And I have 4. And yes, even though 3 of them are grown and 1 is almost there, children are still your children. They still need help. They still go through things where it's like you still need to leave a little room for them, even though you barely have enough room for yourself. So it is a lot. And so what I want to leave today is, like, do the best that you can. Pull on whatever resources that you have right now. I'm just pulling on another part of me. It's like that faith of a mustard seed. So I am really pulling on a mustard seed, because I'm not reaching out to anybody. I'm not saying that I couldn't, but I've done this in the past, and where sometimes, again, your friends just do not have the capacity to help you. And so sometimes that can even take you down even a deeper hole. So I didn't even want to set myself up for that, and just decided that I'm just going to go ahead on this treadmill and get to walking, and just, pray within myself that this will help me to when I get up tomorrow, that I'm able to get up and actually do some things, because I don't want to be in a bed another day. However, I'm not going to, like I said, fake the funk. Like, I have my days, and I know these times pass, but I was hoping that it would come after this journey was over. But nonetheless, here we are. This is it. But I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. It doesn't feel like it right now, but I know that I will. And so you just got to hold on to whatever you possibly can to get you through. And just know that this is temporary. The sun will come back out and shine on you again. So don't allow those times to just take you under, because it's not the end unless you say it's the end. And we have much more to live for. So continue on, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hey friends, and welcome to day 69. So I did get myself up and out today. Late start is probably like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but I was able to get myself up. Now, here's the thing. When I woke up this morning, I did not wake up and I was like, oh, today is great, I feel so much better. It wasn't even like that. I had to really make a decision. Choose to allow these, I wanted to say these bumps in the road, because again, I feel like for moms, we don't get the opportunity a lot to really express how we feel, without being interrupted, and not allowing ourselves to fully just express what it is that we're feeling. And so what happens is you hold that stuff in, and it begins to come out in other parts of your life. So with that being said, I decided to, since I'm basically like vlogging about this, I can release it, not release it to you, because I'm just talking to you about my life, in hopes that it will encourage you when you have these moments to do the same. Again, if you have that safe space, that person you can talk to, great. If you don't, or they're unavailable, or whatever the case may be, why you can't get to them at the moment, you can always make yourself a video or do a voice recording, and you can either save it or delete it if you don't want to keep it, but just don't hold it in. And so I decided to get up. Now, I'm in my old stepping grounds. This is a park that I used to walk at all the time before I knew about the other park that was closer to me, and it was also near water. So since I have errands to run, this was on the way, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and take this walk. And if you can see these clouds up here, yeah, it definitely looks like it's about to rain, but I got me a little umbrella just in case, 'cause I wanted to be out and get some fresh air and get my walking in. So what I want to leave for you today is just stay in the fight. Like when I got up today, and also menstruating, and people say, oh, it could be because of your menstrual. I'm not that type of girl. Like, my menstrual don't dictate how my day is going to be. Now granted, of course, we don't like it popping up when we have stuff going on, but that doesn't really dictate my life like that. So it didn't have nothing to do with that. It could have, well, I won't say don't have anything. It could, but it's not, to my knowledge, it's not the deciding factor for me. So getting up, and I said, I wanted to move, and I just didn't want to be in that space again. So it took a lot out of me to do it, but I did it. And so here I am. And yeah, so what I want to just say for you to do the best, again, do the best you can. Maybe you can't fully get out and get the walking, but just move your body, like move that energy around. That's what I want to leave for you for today, is move that energy. Don't allow that energy to be stagnant in you. Like, I even opened up my windows, allow fresh air to come in, that stale energy to go out, fresh energy to come in. And, just do what you need to do. Feng shui, if you need to move some things around in your house, your apartment, your living space, wherever, just to get that energy flowing and back to a healthy balance. So that's all I have for you today, and I will see you tomorrow. Hey Bams, and welcome to day 70. Today is also the first day of June, which starts the 30 to Life Challenge, which is a walking challenge. Now, if you see this video well past the first, you can start your 30-day challenge at any time. I will be dropping a tip here each and every day, exclusively only for YouTube, of the benefits of walking and how it really does a body good. It's low intensity, low impact on your body, but over time it does your body well. This is how I lost my weight several times on this journey, and I plan to keep it off this time. But nonetheless, I quit my gym membership and I just started to walk. So walking is not just for the elderly, it is for all of us. If we walk now, you don't have to walk as much later. No, you literally do. A little walking a day definitely keeps your body good. So with that being said, welcome to the journey, welcome to the challenge. And remember, this is just one challenge within the journey, and it continues after these 30 days. It is just a jump start for you to get your body moving, get your body active. That way we don't lose it. So one thing about your body, if you don't use it, you will definitely lose it. So we want to be able to keep our bone structure strong. We want to be able to keep our body, our muscles strong, and if we don't use these muscles in our body, we will definitely lose them, and so we don't want to do that. So welcome to day 1, welcome to the challenge. Make sure you check back each and every day. I will be doing a short here on YouTube. I am super excited. Hope that you join the journey along with us, and I'll see you at the finish line. Before we close off week 10, I really wanted to say a massive thank you once again to everyone that has been following me along the journey, the ups and the downs, the ins and the outs. This is a part of life. Life be lifing, but we have to continue on. Earlier in the week, it was so funny. I was just talking about having a happy ending. And the one thing about having a happy ending is, again, you have to decide whether you want to have a happy ending or not. And I chose happiness. Now, we know happiness is a temporary thing. I still have joy deep down within me, but it's deep down in there, and I had to pull on that. I just thank God for just allowing me that willpower, just that little bit of strength to say, you know what, I'm just not pleased with where I just have to be honest. I'm just not. I'm grateful for my life. It's just that I thought by this time in my life I would be at a certain place that I am not as of yet. And sometimes it bothers me. And so this week really caught me off guard, and it really had me kind of in a sunken place. But I decided to dig myself out of there. Again, I am not 100%, and discipline and moving forward is not about being at 100%. It's about taking whatever percentage that you have and finding your energy source and plug into it. Okay, so that's what I want to leave you here with week 10. I'm looking forward to see you again in week 11. And guess what, y'all? We only have 2 weeks left in this part of the journey, but I will still be making content because I really do enjoy it. And I hope that these videos find the person that truly needs them and understand that life happens to all of us. Like, it gets us when it gets us, and sometimes we don't even see it coming. However, just hold on to whatever you possibly can hold on to be able to move forward, because you're worth it and I'm worth it, and we got this. So I'll see you in week 11. Thank you for watching, and make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Leave me a comment, let me know your thoughts, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. Have a good one. Thank you for watching, and please like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification button.